welcome to Loose Women on Wednesday, the 16th of May, the same day that the papers have revealed plans for an incredible royal jewellery exhibition to mark the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. And joining me, Ruth Langsford, today is this lineup of right royal gems. Now, she may be small, but she's well cut and she's got a lovely setting. It's Lisa Maxwell. Now, we all thought diamond was the hardest substance on earth until we met this one, Janet Street Porter. And when Ed steps out of line, she's been known to grab his crown jewels. It's the no-nonsense Jane McDonald. OK, let's take a quick look at who's in the loose lounge today. Well, to cut a long story short, it's Spandau Ballet's Tony Hadley. And also here to tell us about her long battle with anorexia and her new inspirational book. It's Big Brother legend Nikki Graham. And if you've got a question for Tony or Nikki, or maybe you want to agree or disagree with anything we're talking about this morning, then get involved and let us know. Hello, welcome back to Wednesday's Loose Women, now with her childlike tantrums, her love affair with eventual winner Pete Bennett, and her catchphrase, "Who is she?" It's no surprise she was one of the most popular Big Brother housemates of all time. But beneath the celebrity life that followed her time in the house, there lay a much darker story, because while many of us were aware that she previously battled anorexia, we didn't know that it started when she was just 7 years old, and that at her lowest point, she was just minutes from death. That was until she opened up to Vanessa Feltz on 2010's Ultimate Big Brother.
If you could pinpoint why you think it happened to you, do you have an explanation for why?
I mean, I think you're born with it, to be honest. I mean, for someone to have it at the age of 8, I was a child. I was just on such a mission. I just wanted to starve myself to death, and that's what I decided to do. And if anyone tried to stop me, I would fight them all the way. For me, like, coming in Big Brother with millions of people watching my every move was just such a positive thing for me to do, because, you know, it just helped me overcome so many things that I probably never would have overcome.
Well, please welcome Nikki Graham. You know, you could hear a pin drop in here watching that, and it was really the first time that you seemed to have really opened up, or the first time we'd heard you. You'd kind of mentioned it before, but you really opened up there. And that was how long ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And you know, you've brought out your new book called Fragile.
Yep.
So does that mean you are still fragile, or is it still ongoing?
I must admit, last year when I was doing the book, I did go through quite a tough time, because it brought back a lot of memories, and I think I'm always going to be slightly vulnerable where the anorexia is concerned. I'm in control now, and I would never let the illness fully control me again like it did in the past. But yeah, I think at times in my life that are difficult, I will sometimes resort back to it.
Do you think that you're never cured then, that you learn to deal with it and live with it, and it's an ongoing process?
I think I've learned to deal with it, yeah, and I've stayed out of hospital, I had stayed out of hospital for over 10 years, but last year I had a little bit of a relapse and did attend a day clinic for just over a month, which really helped me out, and they've been really supportive, and I'm still getting therapy there.
It's good that you recognise that you're falling into the trap again, though, isn't it?
And I stopped it before it got too far.
When did it start, Nikki? Is there one particular thing that happened where you thought, this is where it all began?
Well, it started when I was really young. I was kind of too young to understand it.
7, weren't you?
Yeah, I started to think about things when I was 7, but I first got hospitalised when I was 8. So, yeah, I think it's kind of just been way of life. It's part of my genetics.
But did your grandfather pass away or something like that? Did your granddad
Yeah,
die?
my granddad died, and my mum and dad were going through a divorce at the time. I was in the gymnastics squad, so there was loads of pressure.
Yeah.
I just needed to control a part of my life, and that was the only thing I could control, and I just grew up with it, and it's been 22 years, really.
Do you think are you happy with the way you look now and feel and?
Well, to be honest, I'd like to be a bit more curvaceous, more voluptuous. But yeah, I'm trying to put on half a stone.
Yeah.
And in your head, surely half a stone is like a big amount, because you surely see amounts quite differently, because we were talking about food earlier, but I'm sure when you look at food, how does it seem to you?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is quite a big challenge for me.
Yeah.
But I think I can do it, and I want to do it. I want to, you know, I've just turned 30, hence the fringe covering the wrinkles. But yeah, I want to be more womanly and
But do you enjoy
feel
food?
sexy.
Can you enjoy a plate of food? You know, like we'd kind of tuck into something.
Yeah,
Do you still have-
definitely.
yeah.
I love food.
I want to ask you something about being on something like Big Brother, because I was on I'm a Celebrity, and I, you know, worked in telly before, but even I was, you know, the pressure on you, you're being filmed 24 hours a day. You said to Vanessa Feltz there that you felt it helped you. But have subsequent things that you've done on television helped you, or have they put pressure on you? Because telly's quite a cruel business, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's always helped me, because it's always made me, it takes my mind off things. And going in Big Brother, when I was having to eat in front of like over 1 million people, that was something that I found really tough when I first came out of hospital. I started college, and I used to have to eat my lunch in the toilet cubicle because I couldn't eat in public. So to go on something like Big Brother, I had no choice but to overcome those fears.
But the second time you went on, you had your food. The first time, you ate the food with everybody else, didn't you? But the second time, you kind of had a bit more of a problem with that, didn't you?
Yeah.
What happened?
That's very interesting. How did you notice that?
I noticed that your food
Was different.
was different. Tell
I
us
cooked Vanessa's meals because they're all healthy.
yeah. But how did it feel, Nikki?
Well, I just had like grilled chicken and vegetables, or grilled pieces of salmon. But you're right, the first time I did actually eat the food that they cooked. I suppose I have had a tough time over the last couple
Big
of
Brother
years.
was a good way of changing your life as well. I mean, you've said quite openly you wanted to really make something of your life. So presumably that's why you went in there.
Yeah,
Because I mean, you had
definitely.
quite
And
a tough childhood as well.
It has. I've been able to achieve so much from going on that show, so I've got a lot to thank it for.
Now, I'm going to sort of end it on a happy note, because we're all about, we're all a bit shocked, because you're the zany one, you're the one who makes us all laugh and everything else. So this is quite a big shock for all of us, really. Now, seriously, writing the book, has that been like cathartic for you? Have you faced a lot of things? Has it been good for you to write that?
Well, yeah, it was really important for me to update the book since Dying to be Thin, because I've always been so open and honest about my illness, and it's helped so many people. And I want to continue to help people and raise awareness for eating disorders. And that's why it was really important for me to do it. And I think I'm feeling so positive, like where I am now in life. And I think it is thanks to doing that, really.
Well, you know, you'll be helping people just talking about it on here. It's lovely to see you looking so well and sounding so positive. It's Fragile by Nikki Graham. It's very, very interesting. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much, Nikki Graham.